I'm Deepesh Patel, editor at Trade Finance Global. Picture this, a world where real-time payments like FedNow and RTP are seamlessly connected across borders, bringing us closer to the G20's vision of fast, accessible cross-border payments. With BRICS exploring alternatives to the US dollar and the renminbi gaining traction in trade, we're seeing new flows between trading blocs. Today, I'm joined by Deepa Sinha at BAFT to discuss how we level the playing field in terms of regulation and adapt our industry towards a new era of cross-border trade and payments. Deepa, welcome to Trade Finance Talks TV.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So, quick introduction. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Sure. I am Deepa Sinha, Senior Vice President for Payments and Financial Crimes, and the lead for Women in Transaction Banking for BAFT, Bankers Association for Finance and Trade. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area and have been in the financial services space for over 25 years. I specialize in treasury, payments, audit controls, financial crimes, and AML, and now Women in Transaction Banking.
Thank you very much. Let's just start with talking about your role in payments and financial crime. How has your experience in both of those fields helped you navigate the evolving landscape of cross-border transactions?
I've always said there's no trade without payments. I routinely draw on my many years of experience in treasury and payments in my day-to-day function of working with banks to collaborate, create, and execute. Payments is vital to any successful transaction, obviously, with compliance in all areas of the industry, including payment originators and beneficiaries, sanctions, AML, etc., in the spotlight. It has been vital for me to not only successfully navigate but actually stay on top of the constant change and progress in cross-border transactions. There has been a lot of news around ISO 20022 integrations, BRICS, and their proposed SWIFT alternative, correspondent banking, financial inclusion, all the heightening scrutiny on all the players in the payment chain. And this has caused me to be very busy in my daily activities. But I also remind myself on a regular basis as to why we're being so vigilant. We're fighting money laundering, fraud, human trafficking, arms smuggling, drug trafficking, and all of these are a profound detriment to the peaceful function of our societies and communities.
Thank you. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs, but it's the honest truth. You know, with trade comes sadly bad actors, and you've just come back from Sibos held in Beijing, and you've really seen some of the BRICS movements towards new payment systems away from SWIFT during the conference. So there are lots of really big changes. Deepa, with your involvement in both RTP and FedNow, how do you envisage these systems coexisting or perhaps competing for when it comes to the future of US payments?
Sure. The coexistence and potential competition between RTP and FedNow are shaping a dynamic landscape for real-time payments in the US. There's market coverage and reach. RTP has already established itself with a network that reaches many US banks and financial institutions. However, RTP's adoption is limited primarily to institutions that meet the required technical and financial qualifications. We have FedNow, which has a unique position in the market. It's likely to attract smaller banks and credit unions that haven't yet joined RTP due to high costs or technical barriers, providing real-time payment options to underserved segments. We also have the possibility of both coexisting. RTP and FedNow could serve complementary segments, broadening the reach of real-time payments across various financial institutions, from large banks to smaller community banks and credit unions. Pricing and accessibility are very important. FedNow is expected to offer more accessible pricing structures than RTP, aligning with the Federal Reserve's public mandate to ensure widespread access to efficient and affordable payments. RTP, which is privately operated, may face some pressure to adjust its pricing or expand services to maintain competitiveness with FedNow, particularly if FedNow attracts a significant volume of users due to its lower fees. The competition is the key factor. Competitive pricing could drive innovation and efficiency improvements, benefiting businesses and consumers. And then we have everyone's primary concern, interoperability with standards. For both systems to be successful long-term, interoperability is going to be the key. While RTP and FedNow use similar ISO 20022 standards, full interoperability could be complex and might take time to achieve. The two can definitely coexist, though. If interoperability is prioritized, banks could seamlessly move transactions across both networks, potentially allowing payments initiated in one network to be completed in another. And this would enhance the resilience and flexibility in the payment system. As both these networks mature, they might diversify their services, integrating additional features. You have fraud prevention tools, smart contracts, and even cross-border capabilities. Competition and innovation could encourage both networks to offer unique features or partnerships, and that would enhance the US payment system's competitiveness with international real-time payment networks. And then, of course, you have the main issue, right, which is regulatory considerations. Since FedNow is run by the Federal Reserve, it may benefit from a stronger alignment with regulatory expectations, especially for smaller banks. RTP might face more regulatory scrutiny over time to match FedNow's standards. As both networks evolve, they'll need to address compliance requirements, but FedNow may inherently carry more regulatory assurance due to its Federal Reserve backing. Overall, though, in my opinion, I think FedNow and RTP are likely to coexist, serving different institution sizes and customer bases. However, healthy competition between them could accelerate the adoption of real-time payments, lower costs, and improve innovation trajectory for US payments. In the long term, both systems will need to focus on interoperability to ensure seamless and inclusive payment experiences across the board for everyone.
Thank you very much. That was Deepa Sinha at BAFT talking about some of the big changes in RTP and FedNow and the future of US payments.
Thank you so much for having me here. It was a pleasure.